Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sam and today we're going to be doing a yoga class strictly dedicated to finding relief for sore muscles. So this class is going to be pretty chill, pretty low-key. We're going to be doing most of our poses sitting, lying down. Only one pose I think comes up to standing, so we're just trying to zone in and focus on stretching and finding some relaxation in those tense sore muscles. So we're going to start lying down on our backs in reclined butterfly. So once you get down to the floor, bring the soles of your feet together at whatever distance from your hips is comfortable, and just rest your hands on your belly. You can keep your eyes open or closed here, but we're just going to bring the attention to the breath. Following the rise and fall, feeling your hands float up on the inhale and sink down on the exhale. Similar to a yin yoga class, today we're going to be holding each pose for a little bit longer, just to try to find some relaxation within the muscles that we're trying to stretch. So we'll take another 5 or so breaths here. And we're really not using any kind of force or muscular tension to hold ourselves here. We're really letting gravity do most of the work and opening up our hips. On your next inhale, we'll firm up the belly just to bring the knees back to center. And you'll place the soles of your feet on the floor, palms just facing down beside your hips. We're going to come into a nice easy bridge pose. So sending weight into your feet, let your hips roll up off the floor. And we're just trying to come to a straight line from our shoulders to our knees. So I'm not creating an arch in my back. I'm really just engaging the lower half of my body. If you feel comfortable here, you can interlace your fingers underneath you and just stretch out your arms to find a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. We're keeping the core engaged, so my belly button is pulling in towards my lower spine. Just a couple more breaths here, we're not holding this one for too long. And on your next exhale, release the grasp of your hands, if that's what you were doing, and let your hips fall back down to the mat. We'll just hug the knees in, give them a nice big squeeze. On an exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. And then we'll very gently rock up and down the spine, just to come up to a seated position. You're going to stretch your legs out in front of you. We're coming into head to knee pose. So first I'm going to take my right leg, bending it in, and opening it up so the sole of my foot is in contact with my left thigh. Left foot stays flexed. On an inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. On an exhale, trying to keep as flat of a back as we possibly can. Bending forward at the waist, grabbing hold of anything you can here, whatever's accessible. And it is really difficult to keep a truly straight spine in this posture, but try the best you can. I find it also helps if I keep my focus up, so I'm going to continue looking at my toes here in an effort to try and keep a straighter spine. And just breathe into wherever you feel this most. For some people, it'll be in the hamstrings. For others, like me, it'll be in the lower back. I feel this more so in my spine than I do in my legs, which is okay. Just focusing on sending my breath to that area, finding length, alleviating any tension. On your next inhale, reach your arms forward to come all the way back up to a seated position, and we'll just go ahead and right away do that on the other side. So bending in your left leg, left foot is now on the inside of your right inner thigh. Right foot is flexed as we inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, trying as best as you can to keep that long, straight spine. Now on this side for me, I'm actually feeling this a little bit more in my calf because my calf is particularly sore today. So on this side, I'm thinking of sending my breath into the area I feel it most, which for today is my calf. I must have done something funky on it in a dance class earlier this week. And so same goes for you, wherever you feel this most, just breathe and send your breath into that area. Really imagine your inhale creating space and expanding that sore muscle. And on your next inhale, reaching your arms forwards, come all the way up. And we're going to stretch both of our legs out in front of us, and then just flipping over like a pancake onto your stomach. Your elbows are going to come in, so we're coming into Sphinx pose. The closer your elbows are to your body, the more intense the stretch will be. So you can kind of gauge where you want your elbows to be, how difficult you want this posture. And you want to make sure that your shoulders are not caving in towards your ears, shortening your neck. Have a nice long neck, pressing the shoulders and the elbows down away from your ears. Having a nice long spine. Again, breathing into wherever you feel this the most. The only effort here really is keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Again, letting gravity take over. Walk the hands out, releasing the back down to the mat. And we're just going to push our hips back, finding a child's pose with the knees and toes together. Arms can just come by your sides. Sending the hips towards your heels. Just breathing. Letting the forehead melt onto the mat. Letting go of all the tension. And we're not here for too long, so on your next inhale, just lift your forehead back up. We're going to walk the palms out just to find a position on all fours. So just rolling through some cycles of cat and cow to warm up the spine even more. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then on an exhale, curving, sending your belly button towards your spine. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, reversing that action. Let's take 3 more. Moving at the pace of your own breath. So arching on the inhale and curving on the exhale. And once you've finished your last cycle, come to a neutral spine. Walk the palms forward, tuck the toes, and we're finding our first downward dog. As this is our first downward dog and you're probably feeling sore, please feel free to paddle through the feet, bend and stretch your knees, shake out your head yes and no, move around in any way that feels good, stretching out what you need before we settle into the posture for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Keep it straight and square so the knee stays pointing down towards the floor. And we're just going to exhale, bringing that foot forward, finding a low lunge on the right side here. You can bring your hands up onto your knees, sitting up nice and tall, feeling that nice stretch into the front of your hip. Still feeling that your belly button is pulling in towards your spine. So the core is engaged here. We're not totally letting go and dropping everything out the bottom. Keeping those muscles in the core engaged. And on an exhale, we'll place the hands down, both of them on the inside of your right foot. And then lift your right toes and open them out so they're opening towards the long edge of your mat. You can stay up here in lizard pose if this is enough, or if you'd like to take it a bit further, bringing your elbows down onto the floor as well. And breathing into that right hip. This is a fairly more intense hip opener. So do what you need for today. Definitely a class geared more towards recovery than it is towards building strength or flexibility. So don't feel like you have to push it to your max. Just do what you need to let your body heal and recover from whatever it is that's made you so sore. On your next inhale, we'll bring the palms back onto the mat if you were down on your elbows. Planting the left palm now down on the mat underneath your shoulder. We're going to reach the right arm back, so we're in a little bit of a twist. And then bending in your left leg, grabbing a hold of that foot. On an inhale, we're going to kick the foot into your hand, which causes you to arch up towards the ceiling. And then on an exhale, you're going to pull that foot in closer to your glute, finding a stretch in the quad. Same thing, inhale, kicking that foot into your hand, opening up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pulling that foot in towards your glute. We'll do this twice more, inhaling up, and exhale, pull the foot in. And last time, inhaling up, and exhale, pulling the foot in. We're going to gently let go of that back foot, let it float down towards the mat so it doesn't fall down. And we're going to turn the toes parallel to the front and frame the front foot with our hands once more. Tucking the back toes under and turning the foot so it's at a parallel line with the short edge of your mat. Windmilling the arms up, finding warrior two. We're only here for a short time. We're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. Stretch out the arms. On an inhale, grow, get taller. On an exhale, fold forward on the inside of that front leg. Sending your interlaced hands up towards the ceiling. So this is humble warrior. We're finding a little bit more power in the legs here, while simultaneously stretching out and releasing into the upper back and shoulders. 3 more breaths. And on an exhale, release your hands. Bring them back to frame your front foot, so we're finding a high lunge. And then we're going to step the back foot in a few inches while we stretch the front knee. Finding pyramid pose here, bending at the waist. Sending our spine forward over top of that right leg. Maybe your forehead rests towards your shin. If you feel that the floor is too far away here, you can always use a block or a couple of cushions or pillows. While we're here, you really want to think of spinning this left hip forward. So my hips are totally square to the front edge of my mat, and I'm not opening up at all to the side here. So I'm really staying square, folding over that front leg, and if you need a slight bend in your right knee, please take it. There's no need to hyperextend or overstretch into that front leg. You're welcome to stay here for a few more breaths, or if you'd like to progress, you're going to plant your left palm onto the mat. Right hand will come onto your hip. And on an exhale, we're gonna twist the shoulders, opening up towards the side wall. And if this feels comfortable here, you can add your right arm up towards the ceiling. Focus can go up towards the ceiling as well, or if that feels a little tricky with balance, you can keep your eyes towards the side or down towards the mat. Here for 3 more breaths. And on your next exhale, float the right hand back down. Plant both of the palms. We're going to send our feet back to downward dog. Feel free to hold this down dog or carry it through into a flow. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Notice if one heel is resting closer to the mat than the other. I know mine is right now, so maybe you're experiencing the same thing, feeling a little imbalanced. So we'll go right ahead and do that on the left side to balance ourselves out. So on an inhale, lifting your left leg up, keep it straight and square. Exhale, bringing it forward, step between the palms to find a low lunge. Hands coming up onto the knee just to settle into this posture. Again, we're not forcing anything, we're not trying to go to our extreme. Just breathing into the stretch. And we'll bring the palms now down, both on the inside of your left foot. Lifting your left toes, opening and turning them out. Again, you can stay up on your palms here, or if you'd like to progress, take your elbows down into the floor. And relax into this hip opener. Remembering to send your breath into wherever you feel this most. And we'll come back up onto the palms, planting your right palm on the mat right underneath your shoulder, twisting over towards the left, then bending your right leg in, grabbing a hold of that foot. So same thing here on an inhale, we're kicking the foot into the hand to open up and find an arch. You might feel a nice stretch across your chest here, and then on an exhale, pulling that back foot in, finding a quad stretch. So same thing, inhale, opening up, and exhale, pulling it in. This is a little bit more of a dynamic stretch as we're moving through it. But you can play with the speed at which you're going and the intensity as you're moving through. Again, doing whatever you need for today. Let's just do one more on this side, inhaling up towards the ceiling. And exhale, pulling that back foot in. Now, not slingshotting the foot, just gently letting it fall back down onto the mat. We're gonna turn the left foot in, framing that front foot, tuck the back toes, turn that right foot so it's at a 90-degree angle, and windmill the arms up to warrior 2. Now from here, we're gonna interlace the fingers the more unusual way, so maybe with your left hand on top. And then stretching out your arms, inhaling to find a nice long spine, and then exhaling forward into humble warrior. Feeling that openness in the chest and shoulders. Breathing. This is really the most difficult posture we have in this class today, so with that in mind, hopefully that keeps you steady. And on your next exhale, We will plant the palms and spin the back foot so the heel is up. And then standing up tall on that front leg as we step the back leg in a few inches. Your right foot can be at a 45-degree angle here. And then we're just folding on top of the left leg, sorry. And again, if you need blocks here, please feel free to use them. And again, if you need a slight bend in that front knee, you don't want to hyperextend and overstretch the muscles here. And again, you can feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to progress further, you're going to plant your right palm onto the floor, the left hand will come onto your hip. And on an exhale, you're going to twist your shoulders to face the long edge of your mat. If you feel comfortable, you can add your arm and your head looking up towards the ceiling, or you can always keep your gaze towards the side or towards the mat to help with balance. This is revolved triangle pose. So this is one of my favorite poses to do when I'm feeling particularly sore. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, float that palm back down onto the mat. We're going to send both of our legs back into downward dog. Once again, feel free to stay here or follow me into a flow. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's send the knees down onto the mat. Toes and knees all the way together, folding forwards, finding child's pose. We'll be here for about 10 breaths. So from this child's pose, keep your forehead on the floor and just grab a hold of the backs of your heels. And then we're just going to roll through the spine, sending the top of our head onto the mat. Now you want to pull on the back of your heels so you find a stretch in your upper spine here. And this also helps with keeping weight off the top of your head. So we don't want to pour all of the weight into the head and create strain for the neck. We really want to send the stretch into the upper back. Send your belly button towards your spine. Pull on those heels. And on the next exhale, we'll send the hips back down and roll all the way back up. So we'll continue. Sending your hips onto the mat, swinging your legs forward. Let's just shake up those legs for a moment. You're going to bend your left foot in, cross it over top of that right thigh, and then if this feels comfortable, you can also bend your right foot in towards your glute here. On an inhale, you're going to send your left fingertips back, right arm up towards the ceiling, and on an exhale, crossing the elbow and finding a twist. And making sure that you're sitting nice and tall in this posture here. And I like to imagine that on every exhale, I'm deepening my twist from my navel. So trying to get my eyes as far to the side as possible while maintaining the twist from my belly button up. So I'm not just cranking my neck to get my eyes farther, I'm really trying to twist from the center of my torso. And on an exhale, release. And we're gonna take the left leg. Now keep the right leg where it is. You're gonna take the left leg and swing it all the way back around behind you. And just adjust yourself as you need to find pigeon pose here. So again, doing whatever you need for today. Sitting up nice and tall, or if you'd like to fold forward, feel free to do that here. If you need a block underneath your hip or your forehead, you can grab that as well. We're really passively finding this posture, so we don't want to be muscling or using any force or energy really to hold this pose. We're letting gravity do the work in opening up our right hip. Once again, sending the breath towards that intense stretch. And on your next inhale, slowly walk your palms back in to come up to seated. And the transition here is a little bit tricky. We're just gonna roll over our sit bones to turn around and face the other way. So now we're just facing the other side of our mat, where we started class actually. And we're gonna repeat that now on the other side. So now we're using the right leg, so bending the right leg in, crossing it over top of the left thigh, and then bending that left leg in if it feels comfortable. Make sure both of your sit bones are solidly grounded into the floor here. And then on an inhale, extending your left arm up. Exhale, crossing that elbow and twisting. Using your fingertips behind you to guide you into the twist. And again, remembering to twist from your navel all the way around. Using your breath as a guide. Sitting up nice and tall. And this time we keep the left leg where it is. Right leg will swing all the way around behind you. Finding pigeon on the left side. Readjusting as you need. Sitting up tall or folding forward, just like we did on the right. Letting gravity do most of the work. Breathing into the muscles. And trying to release the tension. We'll take 5 more breaths here. This time we're going to take the right leg, swing it forward to meet the left, and come all the way down into our backs. So from here, hugging the knees in, and just like when we started class on an exhale, lifting the head and shoulders up off the mat. Sending them back down, and we're just going to find happy baby. So bending your knees in towards your armpits, elbows coming inside of your legs, grabbing the outside of your feet, and then gently just pushing, guiding them down towards the floor. Make sure as you do this that your lower back stays firmly pressing in towards the mat. And if you do find that it is rolling off slightly, you might want to come back to this variation, just pulling your knees in towards your chest until you can get your lower back firmly down onto the floor. And if you'd like to rock here, please do so. This always feels really nice for me on my lower back. Just gently rocking side to side. I can almost feel the tension leaving my body. And on an exhale, we will release the feet, stretching out all the way, coming into Shavasana. So take up space. Feet are opening up, arms are wide, palms facing the ceiling, and just gently close your eyes. And I'll invite you to bring an image into your brain while we do this Shavasana. I'm not sure if this is one I've used in other classes here on YouTube, but I invite you to imagine that you're sitting on a really warm beach and clear sky, the sun is shining, you can hear the waves in the distance. And what's special about this beach is you're lying on very fine, very thin sand. And it's so thin that it almost can't fully support your body weight. So with every exhale, this sand is slowly enveloping your body as you sink deeper and deeper in towards the beach. So really imagining that you're sinking into the ground, into the earth with every exhale and letting all of the tension melt away from your body. We'll take another 10 breaths here. And I invite you to keep playing with that image in your mind's eye while we breathe. Taking your time, rolling onto your right side, gently pushing yourself up into a seated position. Let's just interlace the fingers, finding one final stretch, and releasing that back down onto the mat. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this practice with me for sore muscles. I hope you have found some relief for your soreness. If you really liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to SKR Yoga and Wellness. And I would love to hear your feedback if you enjoyed this class. Tell me about your experience in the comments below. So that's everything. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on the mat again soon. See you later.